On the attack. Over by Thompson. Now Kindred. Set. Backing up on the attack over by Brink. Back to Valley City. And no, the pass up front went over by the official. That'll be a point for the Vikings. 19-7. 12-point lead here for the Kindred Vikings. And Charlie Odegaard is back serving. Odegaard serving 19-7 as she serves into the net. That'll be a point for Valley City. 8-19. Highlanders down by 11. Back to serve. Alyssa Wilmus serving here for Valley City. Serving 8-19 in the first set. Got it over. And Hansen backside. Beauclair. Then Odegaard couldn't get it up to the over the net on the third hit. Point Valley City. 9-19. Highlanders down by 10. Wilmus back serving. And the serve, cross court here near side, dropping in for an ace. Nice serve there by Wilmus, dropped it right in front of Odegaard. Point Valley City. 3 in a row for the Highlanders, 10-19, trailing by 9. And Alyssa Wilmus back to serve for the Highlanders. And the right-hander serve on the way here near sideline and out. That'll be a point for the Vikings, 20-10. Vikings take the lead. Caitlin Brink now will go back and serve for Kindred, serving a 20-10 advantage in the opening set. And Brink with the serve, cross court, into the net. Point Valley City. 11-20. Highlanders back within 9. That'll send Abby Wilmus back to serve. Serving 11-20 in the first set. The lefty sends it here to the near side. Brink pass. And then up to the front and pushed into the net on that attempt to Annie Saubaum on the attack air. That'll be a point for Valley City. Highlanders within 8, 12-20. And Wilmus back to serve, serving 12-20. Here to the near side, Brink with the pass. Odegaard up front, over by Matthias. Now back to the Highlanders. Wilmus tipped at the net by the other Wilmus, Alyssa, and that's going to be 4 hits on Valley City. Actually, they'll call an illegal hit there on Alyssa Wilmus will be the official call. It'll be a point for Kindred, 21-12. Kindred leading by 9. And the serve by Josie Matthias. And that's an ace. Another ace by Matthias. Point Kindred, 22-20. Coach's little daughter straggles onto the floor. I have to wait for that. Here's the free ball for Kindred. At the net, over free ball for Valley City. Wilmus, Abby, back row past Johnson. Over by Boats. Now here comes Kindred. And on the attack attempt there, and misfiring was Matthias. She got the pass from Beauclair and misfired. She was kind of backing up as she went to attack. That'll be a point for Valley City. Highlanders back within 9 at 13-22. That'll bring Lauren Larson in to serve. Serving 13-22 in the first set. Serve on the way, and that's going to be an ace. Line judge says it was tipped. And it'll be a point for Valley City. 14-22, Highlanders within 8. And back serving, here's Lauren Larson serving near side. And that's going to be another ace. That one goes off of Beauclair. Point Valley City, 15-22, Highlanders leading. Over in the 7th grade match, Valley City trailing 2-1 in the second set to Kindred. Highlanders won 25-8 in the first set. Here, first set of the 8th grade match, 15-22, Valley City by 7, trailing by 7. And that one is out. Long on the serve there. Brink let it go right at the last minute for Kindred. Sailing over her head. Side out, point, Kindred. Andy Sarbaum to serve, serving 23-15 for the Vikings. Serve into that far corner. Wilmus to the front row, and no. It just didn't quite get to the net. That'll be a point for Kindred, 24-15, set point here for the Vikings. With Andy Sarbaum serving. Oop, hang on a minute. There we go. Sarbaum serving, set point. Larson, no, couldn't receive. Hit it under the net, point. And the Vikings take the first set, 25-15, and lead the match 1-0. We will step aside. Coming up, we've got set number 2 here, and then we'll catch up with what's going on over on the... Actually, we're going to keep it here. We're going to go over to the 7th grade match as the Highlanders have scored 6 points in a row in the 7th grade match, and now lead that one by a score of 7-2. As Kindred scored the first 2 points. And here's a serve by Ella Sather for Valley City. Don't forget your chapeau there, bud. 8-2 Highlanders off the ace from Sather. Sather back serving for Valley City. Now watching the 7th grade match. Highlanders up there 8-2. Now we've got a timeout there. So a timeout taken up by Kindred. 8-2 advantage to Valley City. And you are watching Highlander Volleyball, junior high volleyball here at the Highlander Activity Center. Also going on this week, more sports here on the Highlander Activity Network. We will have tennis, varsity tennis coming up on Thursday. It'll be the final home match of the season for Coach Matt Nielsen and the Highlander boys tennis team. They'll be taking on West Fargo Cheyenne, and they're actually taking on Grand Forks Red River as we speak. Final 2 regular season matches. The Highlanders need, if they can sweep these 2 this week, they would not have to do a play-in match in the opening round of the EDC tournament. They'd get right into the quarterfinals. They would not have to play in. But if they split or lose both matches this week, they will have a play-in match at home next week. We'll talk more about that on Thursday. Here it's junior high volleyball. 8-2. Highlanders 7th graders leading. And now we're ready to get started on the second set for the 8th graders. And back to serve. Kaylee Nielsen back serving here for Valley City. So Nielsen serving as soon as the official gets the lineups taken care of. And this again is set number 2. They're playing a best of 5 with a guaranteed 4 set. Highlanders now have scored 10 in a row and just had that streak ended with Sather's service error. Highlanders lead 10-3 in the 7th grade match. Nielsen serves into the net. That is a side out point for Kindred. Kindred up 1-0 here in the second set. Josie Mathias will go back and serve. And there's a serve on the way for Mathias. Pass back row. Nielsen and an over by, and a nice pickup there by Mathias. Attack over for Beauclair. Valley City can't get to it on the second hit. The pass attempt there by Nielsen, a little bit too wide for Thompson, and that'll be a point for Kindred. 2-0 Vikings. With Josie Mathias to serve. And the right-hander served way over by the Highlander bench. Over but wide and out. Side out, point by Highlanders, 1-2. Highlanders within a point. And we'll have a substitution here. And I believe Georgia Zahn coming in, and she'll go back row and serve. Yep, Zahn in, she'll go serve for Valley City. And Lauren Larson will check into the front row. So Zahn serving 1-2, second set. Serve on the way, pass Odegaard into the net. Hansen can't pick it out. Point Valley City. Tied 2-2. Zahn to serve for the Highlanders. Up and over. Pass by Beauclair. And then Beauclair on the third hit. Can't get it quite to the net off the pass from Mathias. That'll be a point for Valley City. Highlanders up 3-2. 7th graders leading 12-3 in the second set. Zahn with the serve. Beauclair pass. Mathias back to Beauclair. Beauclair again on the third attempt. Can't get it over the net. Another point for Valley City. Highlanders with 3 in a row and take a 4-2 lead. Here's Georgia Zahn serving into the net. Tried to go near, go to the court line to the left. I wasn't going to say near court, but she was trying to go cross court. Hit it into the net. Point Kindred. Now Sarbaum back to serve. Pass by Anderson. And into the net. Thompson is going to try to push it over. Pushed it into the net. That's a point for Kindred. They tie it 4-4. Sarbaum, Andy Sarbaum serving 4-4. Larson pass. Nielsen set. in the middle. On the attack, Thompson off the pass attempt. That'll go out. Point for Valley City. I'll take a 1-point lead at 5-4. That'll send Brooklyn Boats back to serve for the Highliners. Serving 5-4. Up and over on the serve, and an ace. Nice ace there by Boats. Found the wide open corner, and Boats picks up the ace. 6-4, Highliners. And Brooklyn ready to serve. Serves here near side. At the net. Back set attempt. And over by Anderson. Now here's Kindred. Free ball for the Highliners. Boats pass. Nielsen set middle. Anderson goes up. Tipped at the net. And that's going to drop in and drop over on the Kindred side. Point Valley City. 7-4 Highliners. Their second straight three-point run. And Boats serving 7-4 here in the second set. Here's a serve on the way. Pass by Odegaard. To the middle, Hansen. Over by Matthias. Zahn for the Highliners pass. Nielsen sets it up. And Larson on the attack. Off of a couple of Kindred Vikings. Off a third, and that'll be a point. Point Valley City. 4 in a row for the Highliners. They're up 8-4 here in the second set. 17-3. The Highliner 7th graders leading in the second set over there. High arcing serve by Boats. Pass. Brink. Back to the middle. Over by Beauclair. Here's a Boats pass. Nielsen set near side. Larson fans on it. That's a point for Kindred. 8-5. Highliners lead is at 3. And to the back row to serve, Olivia Hansen. Here's Boats. Zahn. And over by Nielsen. Nice job for the Highliners. And oh, did that one go in? I think they're going to call point because that hit right on the line. Good job of the Highliners to keep it alive. And that'll be a point for Valley City. And 9-5 is your score. We're going to get a substitute here. As Abby Wilmus will come in now for Valley City. Serving, Chesney Thompson. Free ball here for the Highliners. Zahn. Thompson off her, but over by Wilmus. Here comes Kindred. Set by Matthias on the attack. Hansen off of Zahn. Pass by Larson, but it went up and over. Kindred off the free ball. Here's a Brink on the attack. Nope, it goes into the net. That'll be a point for the Highliners. 10-5, Valley City leading here in set number 2. Chesney Thompson back serving. And over and ace. Thompson with a nice serve. Highliners with the point. Up 11-5. 22-6 on the 7th grade match. Leading there, Valley City. Thompson with the serve. And that's going to be another ace. That one went off of Hansen and out. 12-5 Valley City. Timeout Kindred. 12-5 Valley City leading in the second set in the 8th grade match. And 23-6 they lead over on the 7th grade match. And this is Highliner Volleyball, Junior High Volleyball on the Highliner Activity Network. Come out of the timeout. Valley City leading 12-5. Currently an 8-1 run here for the Highliners. And the serve by Thompson. Free ball for the Highliners. Thompson pass. Wilmus set middle. Over by Larson. Now here's Kindred on the attack. And tipping over Hansen. Diving through and dropping it in. Nice job there from the back row with Brooklyn Boats diving through and got the point. 13-5 Valley City. Highliners 7th graders, they take the second set there, 25-7, and lead to nothing. There's another ace for Thompson. Chesney Thompson with another ace. 14-5, Valley City with the advantage here. And they are on a 10-1 run here. Served by Thompson. Hansen. Pass. Matthias. Then over by Brink. Anderson. Set. Then back over by Maddie. Here's Kindred at the net. Wilmus was blocking a block. Now they get it over. Free ball for the Highlanders. Zahn. Thompson. Attack Larson. Wide and out. That's a point for Kindred. And it is now 6-10. That stopped the 5-point run for the Highlanders. Kindred trailing 6-14 and serving Jasmine Beauclair. And it's going to be wide and over the net, but wide. Curled around the antenna. Point Valley City. 15-6. Highlanders by 9. Zahn will come to the bench. Into the front row is Wilmus. Also checking in to go back and serve. Samira Malcolm back to serve. And Malcolm with the serve up, over, and returned. Right back. Wilmus hit it into the net. Wilmus and Anderson both were converging on the ball. Wilmus hit it into the net. Point Kindred off the side out. 7-15. Vikings trailing. And on the serve at the net. Thompson got it over. Here comes Kindred. Matthias set middle. On the attack. Into the net by Salburn, but they dug it out. Highlanders now over. Back over by Matthias. Tipped over by Sarbaum. And Sarbaum after the tip got it back over. Valley City dumped over by Wilmus. Here comes Matthias back to the middle. Sarbaum over. Off of Boats and out. Diving for it again by that 10-foot line. Brooklyn Boats sits it into the up official. That'll be a point for Kindred. 8-15. Kindred down by 7 with the serve and the ace by Odegaard. Charlie Odegaard with the ace. Point Kindred. 9-15 Vikings. Odegaard with the serve. Anderson pass. And then trying to keep it alive and pass it down the line was Thompson. But that erred. And it'll be a point for Kindred. Kindred here within 5 now at 10-15. Malcolm on the receive to the net. And then trying to put away off the free ball. The long arms there from Sarbaum, and she hit it into the net. That'll be a point for Valley City. 16-10 Highlanders. And Madison Anderson will go back and serve. Serving 16-10 here in set number 2. Serve here near side. Brink. It just got over the net. Brink can't control and receive. That'll be an ace for Anderson. And a point for Valley City. Highlanders up 17-10. With Madison Anderson back to serve. Lofts it over. Beauclair. Hansen over by Sarbaum. Here's Valley City. Thompson, her set went a little too far and couldn't get, Wilmus couldn't get to it. Point Kindred. 11-17. Vikings trailing by a half dozen, and Caitlin Brink will go back and serve. Brink serving. 11-17, second set. Malcolm pass. Left the line there by Anderson. Over by Wilmus. Now Odegaard. Whoop, little confusion there as Matthias Sarbaum bumped into one another. And Sarbaum, I think, caused that errant set attempt by Matthias. It'll be a point for Valley City. Highlanders up 18-11. 7-point lead. And the Highlanders will send Kaylee Nielsen back to serve. Kindred sends it over, free ball. Malcolm back over, free ball for Kindred. Back over, Malcolm again. Pass up front. Set Nielsen on the attack Boats. That goes off of Hansen and then tipped at the net and dropped in. And actually a lift going to be called. Illegal hit against Kindred. Point Valley City. 19-11. Highlanders up here in the second set. And the serve into the net by Nielsen. Point Kindred. 12-19. Highlanders by 7. Over in the 7th grade match, Highlanders lead the third set 4-2. Now Josie Matthias will serve it up for Kindred. Malcolm can't receive. She goes and hits it into the net. Point Kindred. 13-19. Kindred trailing by 6. And Matthias serve. Look out, coach. Going right over by the down official. Point Valley City. to 13 Highliners. And back to serve. Alyssa Wilmus serving. 20-13 second set for the Highliners. Lofts it over. And that's going to be an ace off of Beauclair. And a point for Valley City. 21-13 Highliners. Leading here in the second set. Trailing the match 1-0. Kindred won the first set 25-15. Georgia Zahn's going to check back in. And Lauren Larson also checking back in. And Zahn will go back and serve. 21-13 Highliners. Zahn with the serve. Brink pass. Matthias over. Free ball for the Highlanders. Zahn over by Nielsen. Now Hansen with Odegaard pass. Sarbom on the attack. That's going to go out. Point Valley City. 22-13. Highliners by 9. And Georgia Zahn back serving. 22-13. Serve on the way. That's an ace in front of Odegaard. Point Valley City. 23-13. Highliners leading. Highlanders lead the 7th grade match, 7-3 in the third set. Here's 23-13 Valley City in the 8th grade match in set number 2. Pass here near side. Over free ball. Zahn got it over there. And Sarbom tried to get it over off the tip. Hit it into the top of the net. And she was the only person there and couldn't hit it again. Drops in. Point Highliner. Set point here, Valley City. 24-13. Zahn with the serve. Beauclair gets it. Matthias gets it over. Zahn. And Larson over. And they're going to call the point there off the bump by Lauren Larson. And that is a point for Valley City. And the Highliners, 25-13, take the second set to even things up at 1 set apiece here in this, again, best of 5 with a maximum of 5, minimum of 4. They are now even at 1 set apiece. This is Highliner Volleyball on the Highliner Activity Network. We're going to slide over and keep an eye here on what's going on with the 7th graders. Again, the 7th graders won the first 2 sets, 25-8 and 25-7. And they lead here 8-6. In this third set, Kindred will be serving. And it looks like Kristen will be serving it. Didn't have last names. I apologize for that. That's okay. On some of them I have. But Kirsten serving. Kristen, number 31, serving into the net. That'll be a point for the Highliners. They go back up by 2, 9-7. And Valley City will send Katie Birchall back to serve. Serving 9-7 in the third set. And Birchall serves here under the net. Didn't get it quite over. Point Kindred, 9-8. Vikings by 1. And Addison Altoff will serve here for Kindred. Altoff serves over. And call illegal hit against the Highliners. So we will step aside from the 7th grade, go back to the 8th grade. With that one tied 9-9. Here we start the third set on the 8th grade match. Caitlin Brink will serve here for Kindred. Serve on the way. That goes off of Berg. Kept alive by Zahn. And then now Kindred, Sarbom punched it over. We got a net violation against Sarbom. And it'll be a point for the Highliners to take a 1-0 lead. 10-10 in the 7th grade match. Here in the 8th grade match, served by Zahn. Brink, pass, Matthias. Free ball here for Valley City. Pass by Suffolcool, and the point. Suffolcool pass up ahead. Potret's got it over, and that'll be a point for Valley City. Highlanders take a 2-0 lead. Georgia Zahn back serving. And Zahn with the serve on the way. Brink to the middle. Sarbom over. Zahn pass. Set here near side. Berg on the attack. And Long on the attack off the pass by Nielsen. Cameron Berg went long. Point to Kindred. 1-2. Kindred down by 1. Josie Matthias back to serve. here in the third set. Matthias into the net. Point Valley City. 3-1, Highliners leading. They end up playing best of 5 with a minimum of 4 games. So even if it's, and we are going to go at least 4 here. Now serving, Nielsen for Valley City. Odegaard to the net, and no. Dropped on the Kindred side, but right there was Ryland Johnson, ready to knock it over if need be. Point for Valley City, 4-1. Now Nielsen with the serve. Brink gets it over, free ball, Berg back over. Here's Brink, pass. Matthias for Kindred, set middle, Sarbom attack. That one back row, nice job by Nielsen to at least get to it, but hit it in the wrong direction. That'll be a point for the Vikings. 2-4, Vikings down by 2. In the 7th grade match, that's 14-11, Highlanders leading. They're up 2-0 in that match. Andy Sarbon to serve here for Kindred. Off Zahn, and then Nielsen, and no. And we were going back towards the bleachers. That's the wrong direction. So the point for Kindred makes it 3-4. Vikings within 1. It is all-important third set in the best of 5. Here's Zahn, receives the Sarbom serve. Suffolk to the middle. Potretz over. Kindred on the attack. Whoop. Hansen and Brink didn't know who was supposed to pass it. And drop between the two. That'll be a point for the Highliners. 5-3 Valley City. And back to serve the lefty, Dakota Potretz. Up, over, and ace right in front of Brink. That's an ace there for Valley City. 6-3 Highliners. Here in this third set. And the lefty with the serve. Off Sarbom. Over by Matthias. And right back over by Johnson. And the point. So Valley City takes a 7-3 lead. Hitting that one into the net was Beauclair. And now here's the serve on the way again by Potretz. Over by Matthias. Free ball for the Highlanders. Nielsen. Potretz set on the attack. Suffolk. Matthias setting it up Beauclair. And into the net by Hansen. Point Valley City. 8-3 Highlanders leading here in the third set. And the lefty, Dakota Potretz to serve. Into the net. That's a point for Kindred. 4-8. Kindred down by 4. And now back to serve. Olivia Hansen. Serving into the net. Point. Highliners. 9-4 Valley City. And back serving, Cameron Berg. Lofts it over to the net. Pass Hansen. Over by Brink. Free ball for the Highliners. Pass Nielsen. Tipped over Potretz. Now Potretz will set middle. On the attack, Johnson into the net. Ryland Johnson hit it into the net. Point Kindred. 5-9. Kindred down by 4. And back to serve, Jasmine Beauclair. Highlanders lead the 7th grade match, 16-14 in the third set. Beauclair serves into the net. Side out, point Highlanders. 10-5 Valley City. And that will bring Madison Anderson back into the lineup. Anderson will go back and serve for the Highlanders. Serving 10-5. Gets it over. Sarbom. Matthias to the middle. Brink gets it over. Free ball for the Highlanders. Pass Anderson. Set. Potretz. And then tipped into the net by Zahn. I think they called a net violation on Georgia. That'll be a point for Kindred. 6-10. Kindred trailing by 4. And Charlie Odegaard will go back and serve. Odegaard serving 6-10. Serve on the way. Potretz. Back set. Suffolk gets it over. Here comes Kindred. Matthias pass. Sarbom over. Berg off the free ball. Pass. Anderson up front. And then over by Nielsen. And the Vikings on the attack. Brink. Back row. Potretz keeps it alive. Tipped by Suffolk. Zahn again under the net. Called for the net violation. Point Vikings. 7-10. Vikings within 3. Timeout Highliners. 7-10. a 10-7. Highliners leading by 3 here in the third set. Lost the first set 25-15, then won 25-13. And now in this best of 5 matchup, we have our third set coming up. In our third set, Highliners 7th graders leading over on the other side, 20-15 in the third set. Eleanor Peterson just served out into the net, side out. So Kindred picks up another point. Kindred down there, 16-20. Again, the Highliners 7th graders lead there, 25-8, 25-7. So they are up 2-0. Even if they win this third set, they will play a fourth. There's a side on the serve by Kindred. 21-16, Highliners. Katie Birchall will go back and serve for Valley City. Serving 21-16. This is the 7th grade match. And the receive goes wide and out. Point Valley City. 22-16. Highliners lead there in that 7th grade match. And we'll get back to that momentarily, but we're going to get back here as they're back on the floor on the 8th grade side. Highliners with Berg. Berg pass. Lefty Potritz on the attack. There's Odegaard. Then over by Beauclair. Now Berg for the Highliners. Pass. Set. Potritz on the attack with Zahn and the kill. Georgia Zahn on the kill. Off the tip. Gets the point. 11-7 Highliners. And they lead 24-16 over in the 7th grade match. Served by Suffolk into the net. It's Kinley Suffolk service there. Point to Kindred. 8-16. Or 8-11. Kindred trailing. And Caitlin Berg to serve. And his serve. Highliners on the attack. Potritz tipping it over and just got it in. Potritz with the point. So the Highliners 7th graders won 25-16, so they've clinched that match. They're going to play a fourth set. Here, Highliners are leading 12-8. Georgia's on with the serve. We're in the 8th grade match. Matthias's from her knee bump and pass. It was not there anybody to receive and just kind of went straight up and straight down. 13-8 Highliners. Georgia's on to serve. Here near side, Brink lets it go and it drops in for the ace. Georgia's on with another ace. 14-8 Highliners. Leading here in this third set. Zahn serving. 14-8. There in the serve. On the way. And dropped it in front of Beauclair. That's an ace for Zahn. 15-8 Highliners. With Zahn serving. Serve on the way. Beauclair. Matthias at the net. Over by Nielsen. Right there's Beauclair. Then tipped over by Matthias in the point. Just getting enough on it was Josie Matthias to pick up the point there for the Vikings. 9-15, down by half dozen. And now Matthias with the serve. Berg, pass. Set. Berg on the attack. On her knees. Matthias gets it up front. Sarbom over. Here's the pass by Anderson. Set Suffolk over. Free ball for the Highliners. Right back by Nielsen. As it was returned by Hansen, and it was a free ball, and right there to put it away was Kaylee Nielsen. 16-9, Valley City up by 7. Rylan Johnson now comes back in front row for the Highliners, and Nielsen with the serve. To the net, Rylan Johnson trying to out-jump Matthias, but they're going to call 4 hits on the Highliners, or a violation on the Highliners. Point Kindred. And the serve, Sarbom goes right over the head of the up official. Point Valley City. 17-10, Highliners leading here in the third set. Kindred with an early 2-0 lead in the fourth set in the 7th grade match. Now Dakota Potratz serving here for Valley City. Serving 17-10. That one's going to go off of Sarbom. Point Highliners. 18-10, Valley City leading. And Potritz to serve. 18-10 here in the third set. Serve, cross court, and up Odegaard, over by Matthias. Valley City, Nielsen. Potrat's back set. On the attack, Suffolk into the net. Point Kindred. 11-18, Kindred by 7. Maybe Hansen will go back and serve. Hansen with the serve, and that's going to go off of Nielsen, and an ace for Hansen. Point Kindred, 12-18, down by half dozen. And now the serve on the way by Hansen. Right there's Nielsen. Potrat's bump set middle, and Johnson over, and the kill. Rylan Johnson with the kill. Point Valley City, 19-12, Highliners by 7. They lead 5-2 in the fourth and final set on the 7th grade side. Here's Hansen off the receive on the serve. Can't star bomb over by her own bench. Couldn't get it on the second hit. So another ace for Valley City with Cameron Berg serving. And the Highliners lead 20-12 here in the third set. Berg with the serve. Hit the top of the net. And an ace. It just got enough over the net. Odegaard was there to try to receive, but she hit it into the net. Point Valley City, 21-12, Highliners by 9. Cameron Berg with the serve into the net. And she's in that service line over by the line judge, and she tried to go cross court and hit it out. 21-13. Serving here, Jasmine there for Kindred, trailing by 8. At the net, on the attack, Suffolk no, hit it into the net. Point Kindred, 14-21. Kindred down by 7. Beauclair serving for the Vikings. And the serve over. Potratz gets it back over. Johnson down the line near side. Hansen, free ball over and in. Just trying to get it over was Matthias, and it dropped in amongst 3 Highliners. Point Kindred, 16-21. Kindred within 5. With Beauclair serving. And the right-hander with the serve on the way and hit the ladder that the up official is on. 22-16, Highliners. Going to get a substitute here, as Maddie Anderson will come in and go back and serve. 8-5, 7th graders leading in that fourth set. Here, Highlanders up 22-16 in the third set. Over by Matthias. Here's Anderson. Potratz bumps that middle. Over by Nielsen. Net violation or a lift called against Nielsen. That'll be a point for Kindred. 17-22. Kindred hanging around, staying in the neighborhood. And taking the ball, going to back and serve, Charlie Odegaard. Odegaard serving, 17-22 here in the third set. And she'll hit it underneath the net. Point, Highliners. 23-17, Valley City. Over in the 7th grade match, Valley City leading there, 9-6, now 10-6 on a side out. On the serve here by Suffolk. That's going to be an ace. That'll go off Beauclair. And Kinley Suffolk will get the ace and the point. 24-17. Set point here for the Highliners. Suffolk with the serve. Beauclair. And then Odegaard can't receive it, get it over. That's a point for Valley City. And the Highliners take the third set, 25-17, and lead the match 2-1. Coming back with our fourth set here with the Highliners on the 8th grade match as they win that one 25-17 and take a 2-1 lead here in this one. Now we'll go over and see what's going on over on the 7th grade side. Highliners leading there 12-7. This is the final set for the 7th graders as the Highliners won 25-8, 25-7, 25-16. I believe that's Courtney Makcha that is serving and serves an ace as it was received, but up into the net by Kindred. That makes it 13-7 Highliners. And Makcha with the serve into the net. Point, Kindred. 8-13. Kindred trailing by 5. But back to serve is Jenner Jordheim. Jenner Jordheim serving here for the Vikings. She's got an ace. An ace there by Jordheim. Got that one off of Burchell. 9-13. And Jordheim with the serve. Right now, serving 9-13. Highlanders on the attack at the net. Peterson drops it over. Diving dig by Jordheim. Now Valley City working here near side. Peterson got it over. Jordheim to the net. Into the net. Point. Or check that. That was Addison Altoff that hit it into the net. 14-9. Highlanders leading. Ella Sather will go back and serve here. Leading 14-9 in the fourth set. Free ball over and out. Point Valley City. They lead 15-9. They're playing at all the way through the 25 there. Now back over to the eighth graders as they start the fourth set. Kinley Suffolk serving. Got a point on the first and now on the second serve. 1-0. Here's Brink. Free ball at the net. Suffolk pass. Potret set middle. Nielsen up and over. And Beauclair to the net. Matthias, no. A little too tall for Josie. That'll be a point for Valley City. Highlanders lead it 2-0. And serving is Suffolk wide. Right in front of the Kindred bench on her serve. Point Kindred, 1-2. Down by 1. Nora Peterson serving for the Highlanders, 2 straight. They lead 17-10 over in the 7th grade match. Now leading 18-10. Back to serve here, Josie Matthias for Kindred in the 8th grade match. And that one goes to the net. Can't get it over the net. Point Highlanders, 3-1 Valley City. Cameron Berg back to serve. And Berg's serve goes long. Point for Kindred. 2-3. Kindred within 1. That'll send Andy Sarbaum to the service line for the Vikings. It's 2-3 in the fourth set. Set middle and punched over by Potretz. Here's Matthias into the middle. Near side. Nope. A pass there by Odegaard. A little bit too far on the attempt by Beauclair. Point Valley City, 4-2 Highlanders. That'll bring Georgia Zahn into the lineup. And Ryland Johnson will check in. Zahn will serve. Johnson will go front row. And the Highlanders leading 4-2 with Zahn serving in the fourth set. And that's going to be called illegal hit. Yep, that'll be a lift called there against Sarbaum. Point Valley City, 5-2 Highlanders. And a serve by Zahn into the net. Point Kindred, 3-5 Kindred. And back to serve for Kindred. It'll be Olivia Hansen serving 3-5 in set number 4. Cross court, Potretz sets up a cool on the attack. Larson and out. Point Kindred. 4-5. Kindred down by 1. And a serve. Berg receives. Suffolk set. And Johnson hit it into the net. That'll be a point for Kindred. We're tied 5-5 here in the fourth set. Well, we're in the 7th grade match, 21-13. Highlanders lead that one in the final fourth set. Set Suffolk. Potretz gets it over. Free ball for Kindred, but nobody there. But okay, for them it went long anyway. That's a point for Kindred. 4 in a row here for the Vikings. And they take a 6-5 lead here in the fourth set. Served by Hansen into the net. Side out. Point Highlanders. Tied 6-6 here in the fourth set. That'll send Dakota Potretz back to serve. Serving 6-6. And into the net. Point Kindred. They go up 1-7-6. And to serve is Jasmine Beauclair here for the Vikings. Serving 7-6 in the fourth set. Berg receives. Free ball here for Kindred. Beauclair. Matthias gets it over. Now Berg pass. At the net. Back set by Potret. Suffolk on the attack and the kill. Actually, I don't know if that was Potret or if it was Johnson on the set. Either way, I think it was Potret, but it was a great set. Suffolk on the attack. Got the point. We're tied 7-7. Highliners up 24-14 in the final set over on the 7th grade match. Here in the 8th grade match, Highliners are now up 8-7. In the 4th set, they lead the match 2-1. And back to serve, Lauren Larson back serving. And Larson with the serve, and long. Whoop. Line judge Shara said, well, did in, but then changed her mind. And Malcolm says, no, it was out. Well, no, they're going to say it was in. It was in. So point Highliners, 9-7. Larson with the serve, and that one is in. 10-7 Highliners. And over on the 7th grade, 7th graders winning 25-15. And they sweep that match 4-0 against Kindred. Here, Highliners are up 10-8 in the 4th set. If the Highliners win this set, the match will be over, and obviously we're going to play it out if we go to a 5th set. Kindred hoping for the ladder. Here's the serve on the way by Odegaard. Zahn, pass, and Potret's middle. Suffolk on the attack. Odegaard pass, Brink near side. Matthias gets it over, free ball Highliners. Berg, that goes off Potret's and out. Point Kindred, back within 1 at 9-10. And to serve, Charlie Odegaard. Serving 9-10 here for the Vikings in the 4th set. On the way, Berg pass. Potret set, Suffolk on the attack. That's going to go off of Beauclair, and the point off the Suffolk kill. 11-9 Highliners. And a sub coming in, Madison Anderson will go in and go back and serve for Valley City. And also Kaylee Nielsen will come in and she'll take over setter duties. Back to serve for the Highliners, serving 11-9 in the 4th set. Beauclair, Odegaard up front. Matthias into the net. Back to the net. She tried to bump it over, hit it into the net. That will be a point for the Highliners. 12-9 Valley City. Madison Anderson back to serve. Launching it over. In the near, whoop. A little collision there between Odegaard and Beauclair. And Beauclair looked like she had a beat on it, was backing up to try to hit it. And she just got run over by Odegaard. That'll be a point for Valley City. Should be now 13-9, I believe. But anyway, and here's a serve by Anderson. There it is. It is 13-9. Free ball for the Highliners, tipped over by Nielsen. Kept alive by Bowman. Then Matthias hits it into the net. That'll be a point for Valley City. 14-9 Highliners. Leading here in the 4th set. And the serve by Anderson. Launches it high and over. Oh, Beauclair. Matthias over. Free ball for the Highliners. Pass Larson. Set Potretz. Suffolk, no. And Potret's set was a little bit too close to the net. That'll be a point for the... Actually, I think that was Nielsen on the attempted set. Point Kindred, 10-14. Now Brink back to serve. And Brink serve on the way. Potretz. Berg. Suffolk over. Free ball for Kindred. Here's Matthias. Dumps it over. Pass by Larson. Right back by Sarbom. Anderson there. Get it up to Suffolk, then over by Berg. Here comes Kindred. Odegaard. Up to the net. Sarbom, no. They're going to say Hansen tippy-toed over the line. That'll be a point on the line violation. 15-10 Valley City leading here in the 4th set. That'll send Kinley Suffolk back to serve for Valley City. Over. Set middle. Baum gets it over. Here's Anderson. Suffolk set. Berg into the net. Point Kindred. 11-15. Kindred down by 4 with the serve. We'll see Matthias high archer. Larson, Suffolk, set, Berg, over, and long. Point, Kindred. 12-15, Kindred. As they are within 3. And that serve goes wide by Matthias. Point Valley City. 16-12 Highliners. Leading by 4 here in the 4th set. Cameron Berg back to serve. Serving 16-12. Berg sends it over and an ace. Went over the head of Beauclair, run in front of Odegaard. Point Valley City. 17-12 Highliners. And Cameron Berg to serve. Lofts it over. Odegaard still back row. And up ahead by Beauclair. Into the net by Sarbom. And the point for Valley City. 18-12 Highliners. Leading by a half dozen. Cameron Berg back to serve. As you watch junior high volleyball here on the Highliner Activity Network. There's an ace by Berg. 20-12 Highliners. We're watching the 8th grade match here. 7th graders for the Highliners, won in straight sets. We'll recap that here in our postgame. Cameron Berg serving for the Highliners. 19-12 here in the 8th grade match into the net. Point Kindred. 13-19. Kindred down by 6, and they will send Sarbom back to serve. Also coming up at our postgame, we'll let you know what's on the horizon. A busy week, homecoming week here for Valley City. We'll talk about our coverage here in the Highliner Activity Network. Here's Potritz on the attack, long. One hop into the bleachers. 14-19. Kindred within 5, trying to send this to a 5th set. Sarbom with the serve, long and out. Right over the head of Berg. Point Valley City. 20-14 Highliners. Zahn will come in. She'll go back and serve. Johnson will come in. She'll go front row for the Highliners. The Georgia Zahn serving 20-14 here in the 4th set for the Highliners. Serve on the way. Odegaard pass. Free ball pass. Set Suffolk for the Highliners. And then Larson on the attack. Off of Sarbom. Kept alive by Matthias and in on the wrong side of the antenna. Over the net there by Beauclair, but that's the point for Valley City. Nice job by Matthias, at least keep that alive. 21-14 Highliners here in the 4th set. Zahn serve and under the net. Point Kindred. 15-21. When Georgia tried to go cross court, try to go to her right, she doesn't quite get enough on it. 15-21, here's the serve. Georgia with the pass. Suffolk set at the net. Potretz. That set went into the net. That's a point for Kindred. 16-21. Kindred down by 5. Olivia Hansen to serve. Goes right at Dakota Potretz. Suffolk setting it back for Potretz. She'll get it over. Now Hansen pass. Set. Middle. Over by Odegaard. Larson pass. Set Suffolk middle. Johnson on the attack and the kill. Riley Johnson, the lefty with the kill. 22-16 Valley City. And back to serve, Dakota Potretz. Serving 22-16 here in the 4th set. The lefty hit the top of the net, dropped it over for the ace. They just hit the top of the net and dropped it over. 23-16 Highliners. And Potretz back to serve. The lefty serving 23-16. And over by Matthias. Pass, Johnson, back set, Potretz, Suffolk on the attack. Nice dig by Beauclair. Now Berg. Near side, over by Larson and out. Long on the attack there by Lauren Larson. Point Kindred. 17-23. Down by 6. And back to serve. Jasmine Beauclair. Serving 17-23. And the serve goes into the net. Point Highliners, 24-17. Set and match point here for Valley City. Lauren Larson will go back and serve. Serving 24-17. And the serve on the way. Hansen to Odegaard, then drops it over. Odegaard just dropped it right over Suffolk and in for the point. 18-24. Highliners set match point number 2. Charlie Odegaard serving. Serve cross court. Berg there to receive. Pass. Potretz bump set middle. Suffolk on the attack, and that misfires. Point Kindred, 19-24. Kindred within 5. Set match point number 3 for the Highliners. Served on the way by Odegaard. Zahn receives to the net. Potretz on the attack. Johnson. Here's the pass. Sarbon near side. Misfired to Matthias. And point Highliners. And Valley City takes the 5th set. 25 to, or the 4th set, 25-19. And they will win the match 3 sets to 1. We'll take a little break. Take a sip of iced tea. And come back and recap what happened here. Junior high volleyball from the Hack. Back with more on the Highline Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at the Highland Activities Center as wrapping up volleyball here. Junior high volleyball today. Highlanders with a clean sweep, although they did drop 1 set over on the 7th grade court. The 7th graders winning over Kindred 25-8, 25-7, 25-16, and 25-15. And here on the 8th grade court, it was 15-25 as Kindred took that first set. And then the Highlanders won 25-13, 25-17, and 25-19 to win the match. Here's what's coming up on the Highline Activity Network. And, of course, nothing here tomorrow. Then on Thursday, varsity tennis beginning at 4 o'clock. It starts at 4 o'clock. We'll be on about 3:50 as the Highliners will get ready to take on West Fargo Cheyenne. Final home match of the season for Valley City, as they will be taking on West Fargo Cheyenne. That is the final regular season match of the year. And then depending on what happened today against Red River and that match against West Fargo Cheyenne, we'll know whether or not the Highlanders will have to have a play-in match. We'll talk with Coach Matt Nielsen on Thursday more about that. Then on Friday, of course, it is the homecoming football game as they take on Turtle Mountain Community High School out of Belcourt. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff. And about 6:45 coverage begins from Hannah Field on Friday night for the homecoming football game. And also going on Friday, we'll have coverage of the pep rally. That'll be at 2 o'clock right here at the Hack. We'll have coverage of the pep rally, 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. So join us for that as well. And we'll have coverage of the pep rally here on the Highline Activity Network. But next up, we've got tennis on Thursday. And that again begins at around 3:50 with coverage and a first serve set for 4 o'clock. Highliners winning here tonight on the 7th grade side, 25-8, 25-7, 25-16, 25-15. And on the 8th grade side, 15-25, 25-13, 25-17, and 25-19. Former cameraman Tegan Zahn and our technical director, Derek Baer, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us and so long from the Highlander Activity Center.